Want to see a magic trick? Watch this. Hell yeah. So I finally got a 1440p monitor, and now I can zoom out way further. This is so much nicer. So hopefully that'll make the next few bosses a bit easier now that I can see a lot better. All right, now off camera, I have eaten the dragon fruit. So now my base health is, I think 600. I have upgraded the AFK farm. So I actually filled all this in with stone. So that way I can get like underground biomes. I can get any underground biome I want. I'm thinking about making this accessory and replacing the affliction with it. However, this does take a lot of stuff. All right, now I need to get this crown jewel. Let me quickly search up how to get this. Apparently it's just dropped from King Slime. How I don't have this, I don't know. Oh wait, actually I might have some King Slime treasure bags. Okay, I have 9. Did I not get it? Oh, yes, I got it. I saw it. Okay. And now I can make it. Okay, that wasn't that hard, actually. So I am losing a little bit of defense, but I think all of this stuff is probably worth it. And plus, I'll get like more defense when I'm like debuffed or something. I don't know. I think it's good. You know what? If it takes auric bars, it's probably worth it. Okay, that's my new motto. I don't think that's how mottos work. Whatever. All right, to be honest, I probably should have looked at these accessories more off camera. There are so many, man. I think I was also looking at this accessory. Now I'm looking at this accessory. This game is very overwhelming sometimes. Anyway, we're just gonna move on. All right, now before we do the next boss, which is the Exomex, there's a few things I want to do. Firstly, these logs. They're Draydon's logs. They're in like the little like labs that you find around the map. Okay, there's 5, and I already have 2 of them, so hopefully this won't take too long. Oh my god, what the heck? There's an ice chest here. The power grid has been heavily compromised. Abort research and proceed to the emergency as it's located at, and aggress with haste. Okay, interesting. Aha, here we go. So the next one is in space. I'm guessing it's in the giant planet in the middle. There's planter boxes in here. All right, there is the next one. If one does manage to breach restricted testing facilities, do at least record any expected burns, lacerations, bruising, fracture, trauma, shocks, and otherwise. Thank you. All right, no problem. The next one is in the sunken seas. Wait, I've never gotten this stuff before. Requires a code breaker with the basic decryption. Yeah, okay, so these things I think are required to summon the Exomex. So that's why we need to go and look for them. Oh wait, the sunken sea. Oh, I was mixing that up with the sulfur sea. I'm stupid. It's probably that. So let's go down there. God damn it. And now, what? My rod of discord just isn't working. Oh yeah, and also these Seraph tracers make you move like crazy quick in water and like all other liquids, which is very, very useful for a reason I will explain later actually. And now because I'm using my old monitor as a second monitor, I keep like clicking off screen, and hopefully that doesn't become an issue. If one does manage to breach restricted testing facilities, okay, you already said that, nerd. It's gotta be in here. Yes, there it is. Schematic. Finely detailed diagrams of numerous devices dance across the holographic screen. Click to view its contents. Oh, wait, are there schematics in each one of these as well? Oh my god, there are. Okay, I'm missing the one from the underworld. I don't know how I managed to just not grab it. All right, I'm currently on my way to the underworld to get this last schematic that I missed somehow. I probably just didn't think it was important, so I didn't grab it. And honestly, this shit might not be important at all. It might just be some fancy lore. I've seen like 5 Plantera bulbs while I was falling down here as well. Oh, there's another one. Why are there so many Plantera bulbs here? Oh, there's another one. I haven't been destroying them, I guess. If that's not an I guess, I just haven't been. I don't need to kill Plantera. Wow, man, that was a great teleport. Nice one. Ah, there it is. I'm sorry, what? Why is the Murasama just in here? Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, so apparently you can find it in pre-hard mode. It's like super OP weapon, but you just can't like use it. Anyway, this weapon is awesome. I mean, look at this. Like I've said before, I like just having a melee weapon in my first slot. It doesn't have legendary for some reason. Okay, I'm doing over 100,000 damage. Okay, I can't read these yet. I can only read this one for some reason. So I guess, you know, I'll put them in this chest. Okay, Codebreaker base. This is part of what we need to summon the Exomex. So Codebreaker base, charging station. I can't craft it. Oh my god. Man, where do you get this stuff? Okay, I'm assuming these are all in the places I was just exploring as well. Oh, there we go. All right, got charging stations. I'm gonna take some of this other stuff in case I need it. Power cell factory, servers, console. Dude, this stuff is so sick. All right, code breaker base. I can't speak. This thing is huge. Where do I want to put this? I believe this is how you summon exomechs. I'm gonna put it over to where I'm gonna be fighting them, which is now over on the opposite side of the world because I got sick of spawning the cultists every time I fought a boss. And also, I decided to put honey here because, like I was talking about earlier, you don't really slow down in liquids anymore. No decryption computer installed. Okay, maybe placing it over here was not the best idea. Let me bring this back. How about I just put it there? It fits in perfectly, honestly. Auric toilet. Of course, that's a thing. Auric quantum cooling cell. Here it is. What am I missing? Decrypt a schematic from the lab within the frozen caverns. Okay. How the hell do I decrypt this stuff? This is so confusing. Okay, decryption computer. All right, decryption computer can be placed on the code breaker. I just threw it. Oh, yeah, look at that. All right, now I should be able to decrypt this. Upgrades required. What the fuck? I thought that's all I needed. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. All right, well, I can do the planetoid one. What are those? Are those the Dradon power cells? I have 10, great. It never ends, man. How the hell are you supposed to figure this shit out? How do you get these? Okay, power cell factory, that makes sense. I should just make a structure that just contains all this stuff, I guess. Yeah, okay, how do I use it? So apparently they just make power cells every 15 seconds. And there's no other way to get them, you just have to wait. So that's fun. Okay, well I have like 4 of them, so I'm just gonna put them all like up here. I guess off camera I'll make a fancy structure. I guess I'm gonna look for as many of those factories as possible. I didn't even use it. This game is broken! I can't use my rod! All right, here's the one in the jungle. I've probably showed this before, but I haven't shown it in this video, so. If I knew about this stuff, I would have been collecting it. I didn't know it was important, though. All right, so here are all the factories I've gotten so far. Okay, just from that, I already got 421. Well, now I should be able to do this planetoid one. Okay. God, even this takes time to do. Are you kidding me, man? Oh my God, wait, it's decoding in real time. What? Dude, that's sick. Dude, this is so awesome. I just wish I knew about this stuff so I could actually like build up to it properly. But now I'm just doing it all at the end of the game. You learn how to create new things. All right, so now that is decrypted. I'm gonna figure out the rest of this stuff off camera, and then I'm just gonna do everything like all at once so that this video isn't 9 light years long. Yeah, light years, that's the right measurement. All right, so I figured out how to do everything off camera. It's actually not as complicated as I thought it was. Anyway, I built my own like laboratory so I can work on all this stuff. And here it is. I took like 3 hours straight of building to make this, but I think it looks really, really good actually. Turned out way better than I thought it would. I kind of tried to replicate the style of all the other ones. And I have all the factories here, so I can get tons of power cells. But to be honest, I think I already have plenty. Yeah, so I already have like 9,000 in here, and then I have another like 3,400. Okay, so basically you need the codebreaker base, and then you make the decryption computer, and then with the decryption computer, no, I had it right. You do the planetoid one first, then you get this long-range sensor array, and then after that you do the jungle. And now I should be able to craft the advanced display. Put that on there. And then underworld sophisticated display. Yes, there we go. Now we just wait for this to decrypt, and then we can make the next part of the computer. So it shows you which ones you can make. It's pretty obvious. I don't know how I didn't see that. All right, now this is done. So now I can make the voltage regulator system, or regulation system, whatever. Now I should be able to finally do this one. 5,000, Jesus. All right, and then after this, I should be able to make the cooling thing. I like the arc cooling thing. I don't remember what it's called. It's arc cooling something. And I should be done. I should be able to summon the boss. Oh, I can actually make this if I want. I'm just gonna make this current charge. Oh, the charging stations, yeah. Oh my God, I forgot to put charging stations in here. That in there, and then these. Wow, this is really cool. Oh, the damage goes up the higher the charge is. Dude, this stuff is really cool. You learn how to create new things. Awesome sauce. Alright, quantum cooling cell. It was just cooling cell. Okay. Alright, that should be the last piece. There it is. Arc, quantum, cooling cell. Let's zoom in. Okay, there it is. Contact. I think I just clicked that and that summons the boss. Alright, well that's not scary at all. Is this done? Hell yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I don't think these weapons are that good. I think you're supposed to use these earlier on. Okay, I think I've done everything. I think I can fight these guys now, actually. All right, let's just see what happens. I have waited long for this moment. Your nature fascinates me, for I do not understand it. You will face my creations, which have surpassed gods, and you will show me your disposition through battle. Now choose. Oh yeah, you get to choose as well. Thanatos, a serpentine terror with impervious armor and immunerable laser turrets. Ares, a heavyweight, diabolical monstrosity with 4 exo super weapons. Artemis and Apollo, a pair of extremely persistent automations with unstable energy reserves. I don't know which one to do. I think Thanatos is the worm. I'll do Thanatos, I'll do the worm. Oh god! Ah! Oh god, okay. Okay, this is insanity. I'm like already almost dead. Oh yeah, also my armor can do that. I completely forgot about that. Wait, I can only do one of them at a time? Is that what I was choosing for? I was kind of confused on how that worked. I can dash through them, which is nice. Oh my god! What am I supposed to do? Oh, there goes my NPCs. Okay then. Don't know the strat for this quite yet. So I guess there is a strat for choosing which one's first. I guess whichever one you can kill easiest, the first is probably the one you want to do. All right, let's summon this guy first this time. Maybe taking the time to learn how each of these bosses work individually would not be a bad idea. Oh god, okay. Where'd the other guy go? There is so much stuff happening right now. Ah, this guy's back. This is insane! Make your choice. Okay, let's do these guys this time. Here they are. This is very challenging. There's just so much to avoid. Jesus Christ. How on earth do you do this? It's like impossible to tell what's going on at all. Let's summon this guy again. Let's see if I can destroy his weapons. See if I can destroy his weapons before the rest of the guys spawn. Oh, they're not separate. They're all like individual pieces. Oh, that's good to know actually, because I can hit 2 of those weapons at the same time, doing basically double damage to him. I think starting with Ares is probably the easiest, or probably the best way to go. That's... Pressing Q, what? Q is my, like, super dash button, it wasn't working. And then it switched to my pickaxe for some reason. Let's try starting with these guys again. The thing that's hard is doing all 3 of them at the same time. That was sad, I could have dodged that. Okay, yeah, let's try the worm again first. Yeah, he's the one who does that crazy laser attack. I don't know how that didn't hit me. Okay, here they are. So now it'll just be these 2 for a little bit, and then the other guy will spawn. Okay, the worm's back. It's just the main problem is taking them all at once. I feel like I could maybe do 2 of them at once. All 3, though? That's insane. I think targeting this dude, since I can do extra damage by hitting 2 of his things at once, I think that's probably the best bet. I got like no time to fight him, what? Oh! Is it just this guy again now? The other guys are gone? Uh-oh. Ah! I got one! I got one of them! Yes! Okay, now it's just this guy for now. Oh god, these guys are back. Oh god, what is happening? Oh. Yes! Okay, it's just the worm. It's just the worm guy. Uh-oh. Ah! Jesus! No. Oh my god. How do you avoid that? No! Oh my god, that was so close. Dude, that freaking worm, that laser beam attack he had, how do you even dodge that? I'm never gonna get there again. That was actually so sad. This isn't it. I can't heal. Dropped 18 platinum? I'm sorry, what? Where did that 18 platinum come from? I would like to have that back. Oh, I think it's because I killed some of the bosses. I think they drop like a shit ton of money. Okay, well, he'll drop parts whenever he dies. Yes. Okay, and I was able to heal. Yes. Okay. Oh my god, that laser. Okay, I gotta TP through that laser, I guess. Ah. I need their hearts, like now. How do you dodge that laser? How do you dodge that one laser on the freaking worm? That seems like impossible. It seems like no matter what I do, I just can't dodge it. Ah, I misclicked really bad. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, that was extra. That was just terrible. Holy crap. Okay, I thought I was so dead at the end there. But no, I did it. Holy shit. Hydrate on. I can't read that. I'll read that in a second. An unknown factor. A catalyst is what you are. Nearly as disconnected to this land and its history as I am. Excuse my introspection. I must gather my thoughts after that display. Quite unnecessary. This land has become stale and stiff with blood that has been spilled until now. You have also spilled blood, but it may be enough to usher a new age. Of what? I do not know, but it is something I am eager to see. Now, you wish to reach the tyrant. I cannot assist you in that. It is not a matter of spite, for I would wish nothing more than to observe such a conflict. But you have managed before. You will find a way eventually. I must acknowledge your triumph, but I will return now to my machinery. Oh my gosh, that is probably one of the hardest bosses. I've died more to Ceaseless Void, but that boss was more just annoying. At one point, I was getting really consistent, but then Thanatos the Worm, that laser beam he does, is like impossible to dodge. Also, I have 372 platinum. That's insane. Now, does it drop the lore thingy, or does it come out of the treasure box? Oh, there's one. Okay, I think this is the only one it drops. There's another one it drops, so it only drops after you kill Supreme Calamitous. Boom. And I got one of the trophies. I'm guessing each one of them drops its own trophy. That took 19 attempts. All right, the Exo-Mechanical Trio. What a terrifying marvel of engineering. Draydon's specialty always lay in the machines of war, but these are immaculate. Its bold claim that no god can match his work, however, incorrect. He is not privy to the traitor almighty. Regardless, from steel and wit alone, he has forged engines of destruction that rival Calamitous. It brings me little comfort to remark that even she, at least, has a heart to speak of. Draydon is an immoral monster beyond compare. He is entirely devoid of humanity and compassion. With technology, this incomprehensibly advanced, he stands at the precipice of apotheosis. He can fabricate such dreadful, synthetic nightmares at will. His resources must be nigh unlimited. Were he to lose his temper, if he even has one, all life's hope would be smothered in an instant, silenced by a torrent of silicon. Though, perhaps you may leverage his unimaginable craft to your advantage and seek insight from him. Alright, well, I totally didn't struggle to read precipice and apotheosis. I don't English very well. Alright, Exomech's treasure bag. Treasure box, more like. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is insane looking. Draydon's heart, 48 defense. Okay, that might be good. Ah, here we go. Exo box. I was excited for this. A comfortable gamer is a dangerous gamer. Hell yeah. Oh, look at this. So I can basically just control myself. I am now a dangerous gamer. Exo prisms. What the fuck? Can I finally make the photo eviscerator? Okay, what do I need for this? Oh, okay, I need a bunch of other stuff. Miracle matter. Ah, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, then. Okay, I think I can make, no? Oh, Draydon's Forge. Okay, can I craft a Draydon's Forge? Boom, Draydon's Forge. I want to see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that thing looks sick. All right, Miracle Matter. Now I should be able to craft some of these. There we go, I made 3. And Elemental Eruption goes in there. I need this, which I can make already. Oh my god, whoa. Oh my god, this weapon's awesome too. Dude, all the weapons in this game are amazing, and I'm hoping this is too. Photo Eviscerator. This weapon better be freaking worth it. I've been so excited to get this weapon. Oh my god, this looks awesome. I gotta reforge it real quick. I wonder if I'll have enough money. I have only 372. All right, like a consistent 60,000 damage. Yeah, this gets up to like 60,000 or like up to 70,000. Yeah, it's like a consistent 60,000. Oh, and it does other stuff too. Oh my gosh. Wait, it has a second attack. Okay, so the codebreaker says communicate now. What does this do? Oh god, is this gonna be more reading? I assume that you would attempt to contact me again. Though I am normally not one for a conversation, I remain quite intrigued by you, so I will make an exception. on one condition. I must know that my words will not be wanted on you. To prove this, you must create something from exotechnology. I realize that the odds of you replicating exotechnology within your lifetime are slim. For this reason, among many others, I will upload blueprints for a copy of my forge to your code breaker. With it, only your imagination will limit what you can create. If you complete this task, we will discuss further. Okay. I don't know what to do now. Maybe I can put this in here. Okay, I don't know what to do about that. It just says I need to make something with the Draydon's forge, which I have, so I don't know why I can't communicate any further. I literally have a photo eviscerator in my hands. Okay, I guess I'll come back to that. A freezing tundra, where only creatures that have adapted to the sub-zero temperatures thrive. Few sapient beings ever permanently resided here, save for miners and the Archmage. With this fact in mind, Yaram has requested I observe this place for oddities, due to the armies largely having glossed over this location. Additionally, I have been requested by the Archmage to perform studies on his frigid metals. There is little else to do in this frozen wasteland, and so his request has been accepted. Cryonic ore, as the Archmage simply calls it, is a material seemingly akin to the iced-over glass. One would assume it is a fragile material at a glance, yet upon testing it, it is clear that it is not the case. Plating made out of it has been found to be more durable and resilient than mithril alloy via flexural and tensile testing, followed by destruction attempts. Yet, it is but a fraction of the weight. Perhaps mass amounts of this material could be used to forge armor for units who disdain for the usual burden of metal plating. I will likely inquire further about the creation methods of cryonic ore to achieve this. As described earlier, cryonic ore was developed by the Archmage, Permafrost. Despite his position as the Mage of Mages, he has little will to engage in combat. He instead acts as advisor to Yaram, assisting in much of the management of the cities and towns taken by or sited by the God-Killer. In addition, he seems to have bonded with the girl who arrived seeking Yaram some months ago, acting as a fatherly figure to her. I myself have taken an interest in her immense natural power. Alright, that was cryonic material log. Alright, now this is environmental pollution. I'm not doing these in any specific order. The underworld is a realm with history, dating back more than a millennia when the crags were first settled, and acts as a glance into both the modern and ancient worlds simultaneously. Prior to my joining of Yaram's forces, Azafir was the center of scientific advancement in this world. Explosives, firearms, smithing techniques, and even entire schools of magic have roots in the city. It is doubtless that the city has been largely aided by the fact that forging is trivial in the underworld, along with an abundance of food due to Sylvia's essence dripping down from the abyss above. Due to this, it has prospered even with the occasional attack from demons. Azafir has not existed without consequence, of course. Any society on such a large scale leaves an ecological footprint behind. This can be seen most clearly in the sea far above the city, appropriately known as the Sulphurous Sea. Brimstone fumes become intense enough in the city that they began rising up through the abyss via a process akin to osmosis, and eventually reach the sea. Reducing the pollution the city creates, particularly from forging, is a goal Yaram wishes for me to prioritize. I see little need in it, yet it is a field of study few in this world have delved into. I refuse to squander an opportunity for scientific breakthrough. A particular being here has been the subject of my interest. A massive wall created from biological material lies in this place, created many years ago by the greatest mages Azafir has to offer. It is a living being, though only just. It lacks both pain and emotion, and brings terror to all who lay their eyes upon it. It is kept protected via high security by the city, and so few aside from the Godseeker's closest allies had the opportunity to observe it. For as long as Azafir continues to stand, it is unlikely to ever be truly released. Yet, I do not deny that I would be fascinated to see the effects its release would have on the world. Alright, low orbit study log. High above even the sky islands upheaved long ago lies a fascinating geological phenomenon. Though, unlike the islands, their airborne nature appears to have formed more naturally. I speculate that they have formed long ago when the world was in infancy, judging by the soil samples I have taken while testing high atmosphere plant growth. Perhaps these planetoids, as many refer to them as, formed via meteor strikes, tossing matter high into the atmosphere. This would simultaneously explain many geological oddities I have found on the world's surface. Travel between worlds is a fascination of mine. The planets within reasonable distance to this provide no use to me in terms of materials or study opportunities they could provide, and so I wish to go further beyond this mere cluster of planets someday. It will likely take many more decades of technological progress. However, as travel between worlds would take years, even at the maximum speed physical matter can currently go. Perhaps I will find a way to shatter this limit once the world holds my interest no longer. A request from Yaram has been delivered, an inquiry to create a suit of armor for the serpent that has joined his forces recently. The Devourer of Gods, as the serpent calls himself. He is a bothersome yet fascinating being, and so I have taken the opportunity so that I may learn more of his home dimension. Using materials from his place of origin, I have forged armor of immense size and durability yet extreme flexibility. It is certainly one of the most unique materials I have worked with, and has advanced my knowledge greatly. Though, I have learned more than I expected to about the cosmic beast from this. Perhaps more than he wished for me to. Alright, Plague Nanomachine log. It would not be a stretch to call the jungle the hub of this planet. All is centered around it, and none know not of it. It brings me no small amount of unease to see the uncomfortable, raw forms of the living beings who pass through on their journeys above. Fortunately, those labs provide everything I need in my research and more. There is little need to visit the surface, save for Yarm's summons. Few travel down here, with far fewer making the expedition to reach as far down as this research station. As such, I have taken to using this isolation to develop advanced nanotechnology for use in controlling the minds of biologicals. I yearn for it to be capable of spreading from organism to organism, a perfected blend of a virus and nanotechnology. Yet it has been an arduous task, even with my newly developed technologies. Further experimentation and research are required. Continued experiments have led to significant results. With a mechanically modified queen bee as a primary host, it may act as the core of a hive mind of those my plague has touched. However, Yarm was outraged upon learning of my experiments here, and decried them as inhumane. After a brief verbal conflict, he wordlessly left, and I have not heard from him since. Fortunately, I need not rely on the Slayer of Gods any longer, nor have I needed to for years. Is that the Plaguebringer Goliath? I have trauma from that boss. Marine Biology Log. A hub of diverse ocean life, and all that remains of Ilmiris that is unscorched. Once its rural outskirts, it is now the final fragment of a once powerful kingdom. It is fortunate that the witch only focused on attacking the cities proper, and spared some amount of the sea from the incineration. I have long yearned to research these waters in great depth, yet was never able to, due to the ongoing conflict. Although many species were extinct in the devastation, many still thrive down here in its depths. It is in this lab that I may finally study the aquatic life properly and learn of their nature. Although the marine life in these caves do have eyes, some of their eyes are weak and process few colors. All they are made to see is the light of the sea prisms that surround them, with many creatures relying on them to guide their way through the submerged caverns. Their tough, guarded hides possess crystal growths that I originally assumed were prisms settling on their backs. However, dissection results reveal that they instead possess these crystals internally, and their growths are a result of internal sea prisms bursting out of their hides. The growth of these crystals reaches such an extent that some creatures are more geological than biological in certain areas. Of the specimens here, the abnormally large clams capture my interest the most. Many times larger than the average person, their weight is so great that they lack the ability to move via the same methods as their smaller counterparts. Instead, they rely on teleportation to transport their hulking, heavily armored bodies. They seem to have once possessed further magical powers, according to scouts. However, as they were seen only from afar, their reports could have easily been mistaken. Alternatively, their source of power simply could have faded after Ilmiris' downfall. It is unwise to entirely discount the latter possibility. There's the giant clam. Alright, and that's all of the logs. I'm gonna put those back in here. Alright, and we're halfway done with reading. Okay, I'm gonna try and read these in order. I think I remember the order. We start off with Sunken Sea. The weaponry I supply to the workers of the laboratories is weak, hardly suited for battle. However, they suffice for self-defense against any lab mechanisms or creations which may have gone rogue. Addendum. For those who think themselves powerful, search the upper bounds of this planet's atmosphere for a structure similar to that of the Sunken Seas. I will know by the end if you are worthy of battling my creations. Alright, next up is the planetoid. Within an army, as weapons do, the soldiers serve different purposes. That distinction is crucial, as the wrong tool in the wrong hands, no matter how potent, may as well be a wooden club. Addendum. Seek out my base of operations closest to the lizard's home. I wish you the best of luck with all sincerity. for it has been a long time since I had a worthy test subject. As rank progresses, so often does the lethality of equipment. In the hands of competent soldiers, the weapons have the ability to make change. However, competent soldiers take no action but orders from above. Addendum. If you read this, you have come far. Do not disappoint. Go now to hell, for the next components stored in what were once my forges. Alright, Underworld. Only the highest ranking in battalions of Yarm's army held these weapons. However, they are still not my most potent tools. Those characters could not be trusted with them. Addendum. The final piece remains. Travel now from the hottest fire this land has to offer to the most frigid cold. I cannot deny having some sense of poetic symmetry. Alright, and finally, ice. I have since made progress to even greater weapons than these, but they remain creations to be proud of. No progress can be made without a desire that comes from dissatisfaction. Addendum. The time has come. You are ready. Okay, yeah, I definitely think you were supposed to read those before the Exomex. But oh well, it's fine. Oh my god, there is so much dialogue. Dude, I just looked at the freaking wiki. There is so much dialogue. It's like an entire book. All right, well, I can't figure out how to get the rest of his dialogue to unlock. But to be honest, so much dialogue anyway, I might make it its own video. So I guess next time will be Supreme Calamitous. We finally made it to the end game.